welcome to Tech Confidential's Behind the Money. I'm Mary Kathleen Flynn at the EconAds Seminar, and I'm talking with Russ Fradin, the CEO of Adify. Congratulations, you were acquired, or it was announced back in April,
Yep.
Cox Enterprises.
Yep, thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit about the acquisition. Why did you sell, and why to Cox?
Sure, truly, we only started the business about 2 years ago, and it's been going phenomenally well. Certainly powering vertical ad networks has turned out to be even a bigger idea than we even thought. And we were out raising a Series C. It never occurred to us to sell the company at all, but Cox really turned out to be a great buyer and a great fit. And when they made us an offer, it just seemed like a great home for the business, right? As a founder, certainly you can't argue with the economics. It was a fabulous financial return, but even more than that, we've spent the last year building a business and helping folks from small entrepreneurs to venture-backed startups to big media companies build and run their parts of their business that are very important. And we take that very seriously, and so Cox just gives us a great home and a great platform to be able to do that.
And it was a $300 million deal?
Yeah, it was $300 million in cash, and they're fundamentally an infrastructure provider for the media industry in cable and newspaper and television and radio, and so we were just an obvious extension for them when it comes to online.
And speaking of provider, I should point out, full disclosure, that Adify operates or processes our advertising network on Tech Confidential.
We do indeed. We love you guys.
Thanks. Tell us, a lot of people are talking about this is the year of the ad network. Certainly at the EconAds seminar, we're talking a lot about ad networks. What do you see as the value in an ad network?
So I wouldn't really think about this as being the year of the ad network or the value in an ad network. I would put the problem a little more broadly, right? There are 150 to 180 million sites online. And so if you're trying to build a media company online, you have to deal with that fragmentation. So I always think of a media company as being three things. A media company is a brand, a sales force, and an audience. And the brand can be anything from a Martha Stewart to a Tech Confidential to a gay ad network, whatever, based on the size of your business, whatever you are, your brand really has to stand for something with advertisers. Your sales force is fundamentally in the business of providing solutions for advertisers online, and the biggest problem becomes an audience. Increasingly, because of fragmentation, any given site, whether they're very, 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 very large, like NBC or ABC or some of our largest clients, or very small or somewhere in between, to the extent they're able to build a professional media sales organization and a great brand, they need more inventory to sell. And so fundamentally, I think the reason you're seeing so much about ad networks, there's a lot said about ad networks. An ad network is not a strategy unto itself. What it is a technique that media companies use to continue to grow their audience and their revenue in the face of significant fragmentation online. And so, this has been certainly the year of the ad network in part due to us. 115 of them run on our platform, and so were it not for Adify, many of those folks would not be in the ad network business, but it's not a gee whiz kind of thing. People are doing it because fundamentally fragmentation is only becoming more of a problem, and as brand dollars shift online, folks are going to have to deal with it in some way, and networks are just one of the techniques. It's not the only thing to do.
Well, what are some of the strategies that you're seeing working? Who is making money off online advertising, and what are they doing right?
Look, they're the same strategies that have always worked, and the same strategies that work for any business. You fundamentally have a brand, and it's clear what that brand stands for. You have a sales force that's able to sell your brand into advertisers, and then you have an audience. And so, frankly, whether it's large companies or small companies, whether they're focused on the direct response audience, which don't so much work with us, but they work with other providers, or whether they're focused on premium brand advertisers, it's really the same tried and true rules again and again.
All right, it sounds like I'm going to have to let you go.
All right.
Russ Fradin, thanks so much from Adify, and we're at the EconAds.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.